Hi everyone, this is Alexander Antsipov, and in this video I'm going to show how to add authentication via Facebook into mobile application. But before starting, I want to explain how social authentication works. Usually, mobile application has a login button, and after pressing this button, user can be redirected to mobile application, Facebook application, or Twitter application, or another application, or user can be redirected on corresponding website. The second variant is described very well in our documentation, and in this video I'm going to show how you can implement the same functionality using appropriate application. So let's go to Apiary and create new Ionic 4 application with this name Facebook app. And then we have to add Apiary plugin. In our case, it will be Facebook login. We see that this plugin has one screen with name Facebook login screen, and there are three buttons on the screen: login via Facebook, which return the user ID, access token and expiration date; API button, which return information about user such as first, last name and email; and logout button. And also our application has three corresponding services: Facebook API, login and logout, which are invoked after pressing on corresponding buttons. Of course, we can test how our application works. For that we can change default routing from screen 1 to Facebook to login screen. Let's test. In Apiary preview we can click on the button, see the service response, but it is needed to understand that in Apiary preview services return predefined data, because this approach will work only on mobile devices. But right now we can't build native application because for do it is needed to configure our application. First, what we have to do, we have to create Facebook developer account. This process is pretty simple, so I will not describe in this video how to do it, and I will start from creating new application. It will be Facebook application, which will be associated with our mobile application. On the first step we have to provide our application name, so it will be Apiary. Then we have to enable Facebook login, press setup button. We have to configure iOS and Android separately, so let's start from iOS. Here we can press next, and we have to provide bundle ID of our application. For that, let's came back to Apiary, open app setting, then iOS binary, and copy bundle ID, came back to Facebook, and paste this value here. Press save. Continue. Enable single sign-on, and actually that's it. We can press next, next, next. That's it. Then let's open settings in basic screen. Here you have to provide your private policy URL. Save these changes. And change in development toggle. And then select category, for example businesses and pages. That's it, our application is ready for integration. Let's go back to Apiary, and here we have to customize corresponding Cordova plugin. In our case it is Facebook Connect. We have to enable it and press option and add to option variable. The first is app ID, which you can copy from Facebook page and paste in Apiary. And second one is application name, which is Apiary. Then let's press Save Options, go to iOS binary, provide our certificate, then provide provision profile, enable just uploaded provision profile, and now let's build our API file. Application is ready, and now let's install it. And let's test. First, let's press login with Facebook. We have to provide permission. So, and as you see, I was successfully logged in. Here on the screen you can see my access token, my user ID and my photo. Then I can invoke API and get my email, first and last name, and can perform logout operation. Let's continue our configuration, and now add support login on Android devices. Again, open login Facebook, then quick start. Select Android, press next, then next. So here we have to provide package name. For that, let's come back to Apiary, open Android binary and copy package name, paste it here, and here as main activity. Press save, press use this package, continue. We have to provide hash key, but to get it, first we have to enable release option in Apiary, then open Apiary resources, select default Android certificate and export as a zip file. Then open zip file, open in our case Apiary project SHA-1 and copy this value. This is a hash code of our certificate, but in hex format, and we have to convert it into base 64. So let's do it. This is a hash key of our certificate in base 64. Let's copy it, came back to Facebook developer, paste it here, press save, press continue, enable single sign-on, save, next, 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 next. So actually that's it. Now we can build our Android application. Let's do it. Our application is ready, and now let's install it. And open this application. First, let's test login. So here I have to select account under which I will be login. And again below I see my access token, my user ID, my photo. Then I can perform API call and get my information, last first name email, and perform logout operation. Now let's take a look how this application was created. So here we see that there is a 3 button, and if you would open event panel, we see that click on every button invoke particular service. So let's, for example, take a look on login service. Login service accept one parameter, the list of permissions to perform login operation, and response to this parameter is status value, and then such as information as access token, user ID, secret, and so on. Let's open API service. API service accept user ID, the list of the fields, and again the array of permissions. And logout service accept nothing and return status and error. Status can be success or fail, and in case of fail, the field error contains detailed information. Also on our screen 1 there is variable permissions. It is an array with value email and public profile. If it needs, for example, to add the Facebook login on absolutely new screen, so everything what is needed to do: add button, then add data source, then create variable permission, with value the list of our permission, and type any, and then we have to perform mapping. We have to map permission array on request of our login service. And last, what we'll have to do: invoke just created service after event click on button. And that is all what I wanted to show in this video. If you like it, please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments.